Hi, community lovers. Welcome to my community. Right, my name is Mayowa Adebanjo. Welcome to my community, you guys. This is a community where I talk about finance, accounting, yada 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 yada. For people who don't know, I'm a finance accounting analyst. So I work with a finance house where we give loan, lease, and investments. So if you're thinking of a loan for your business, I'm a plug. If you want a lease, a car, a truck, you want a Ferrari, G-Wagon, Corolla, Toyota, Venza, I'm also your plug. Anything, when you think of a car, just think about me. When you think of a loan for your business, think about me. And when you have that fund, that money, you don't know how to diversify your investment, you don't know what to invest in, just contact me. I'm your plug. Don't even think about anyone, just remember me. You all, this is a disclaimer. This is not my company's data. So I got this random data online on a website. It's called Cargo is online website where you can get free data or data, any data set at all for your portfolio and also for tutorials. So I got this data set from Cargo and I'll be using it to put us through today. Right, I'll be starting with okay, today I'll be putting us through what I call bank reconciliation statement. So what do we even understand by bank reconciliation statement? Oh, bank reconciliation statement is a statement showing that balance and um the bank balance and the cash book balance are saying the same thing, or your general ledger balance are saying the same thing. For people who don't know, or for the purpose of this tutorial, cash book and general ledger are the same thing. So for some people they keep cash book and some people they use general ledger depending on the terms you use in your organization. I'll be using either of the two. So in this tutorial, I actually use cash book for people who are not too conversant with accounting and finance in general. So your bank balance and your GL balance need to say the same thing. That is how you will know that, oh, you are up to date and your account is good to go. So, and in making your account balance, don't first balance your account. Ensure that all items are taken to respective cash book or general ledger, and do not first balance your account. Otherwise, you have an error in your reporting, which will be misleading people who are to read the report. And that is not our code. It is not part of our code of conduct as a professional. So now I'll be putting us through bank reconciliation statement. So let's go, guys. So for preparing bank reconciliation statement, this method I'm about to put you through, you will get your bank reconciliation statement done within 30 minutes or less, depending on the factors at which it's available to you at the period. You need two major things in preparing your bank reconciliation statement. You need your bank statements for your company, or if you want to do bank reconciliation statement for you as an individual or as an SME, a small business owner that you can't pay an accountant and you think you want to do your bank reconciliation statement yourself. So you need your bank statement. Your bank statement can be gotten on your internet banking app, or you send a request to your bank telling them to send your statement. But I know most banks usually send their customer statements every in the month. Yeah. And then you need your cash book. Your cash book is where you've keeping record of all transactions that has occurred in your bank or your geo, as it were. Those two items are what you will be needing for this exercise. So now you need, after once you get those items, you will need to do the summary of the item, and the summary, a summary page for everything you have in your bank. You need a summary page. for everything you have in your bank. So now, then you now need to put all what you have in your cash book and in bank. You have to separate them. This is the method that is easy to if you want to do your bank reconciliation statement. You put all your debit balance in a cell, in a in another worksheet. Then you put your credit balance, your credits, your inflow in another worksheet, so you sum it up. Then you do that for your bank statement as well. You put all your inflow, you sum it up, and all your outflow, you sum it up. So there's this thing about bank and then GL or your cash book. Your inflow, all items that are inflow in your bank statements will be debited on your cash book or your general ledger, and all items that are on your debit leg in your bank statement will be credited in your cash book or general ledger. So, and that is what you will use against each other to knock off each other, as I am doing in this video. So now, so and this time I'm copying my debit balance, my credit balance rather, to another worksheet. Then I sum it up. Then once that is done, then you now go and do your summary sheets. So let's dive into the video. So this is the way summary sheet will look like. You can basically design your summary sheets anyhow you want. So but this is the way I like to design my summary sheets, and that's how we kind of do it in my company, because it needs to be signed and all that. So for information, we do not use cash book in my company, we use general ledger. So I just use this cash book for the purpose of this tutorial, because that is what was available on cargo.com to use as a tutorial, right? So your bank balance, you bring it, balance as my cash book, then credits on cash book, you bring it. And for people who don't know, what I'm doing is called cell referencing. So if anything changes in the course of the reconciliation, it will also show in the summary page, because I've referenced all the cells. So your credit on cash book and credit on statement, you add them together, then that will give you that. You do the same for your debit on statements and then debit on cash book. You do the same for them. This summary just show like a tracker that help you track if your reconciliation is going well, and also for record purpose, you keep it, you file it, so that you can always make reference to it, and you make sure it is signed, because in my company we do sign it every month. Once you do your reconciliation, you sign it, then it is approved by it is verified by internal control, then approved by CFO, all that, corporate life, whatever. So that's how reconciliation is being done. So once all this is done, right, I'm kind of having issue with this thing. It's supposed to be speaking the same thing, so I'm thinking of what happened to the numbers. So why is it not saying the same thing as bank balance? So as balance as per recon. So I'm having a think why this thing is doing like this. It's not supposed to give me this value. Some number must have been captured incorrectly. So that's why I say you need this tracker, guys. When you are preparing your bank reconciliation statement, I can't overemphasize on how you need your summary sheets, which will definitely serve as a tracker for you to know what's going on and if there's any error at all. So that tracker really helps me, just trying to locate where the error is coming from, because my bank balance and my recon balance is supposed to be the same. That's my bank balance. So then I reference my bank balance. Yeah, so there's a variance of 186,200, which is showing at the right corner. So I'm looking at where the variance coming from, because my bank balance and my recon balance is supposed to speak the same thing. That is how to track if your reconciliation is going well. Just trying to look for where the error is coming from. Because I'm having a gap of 186. So before you even start your reconciliation, you need to do your summary on your summary sheet. You can do it whichever way you want. Then that's not supposed to be there, because it's opening balance, so it's not supposed to be there. So you can see the account is balanced. That's why we're having error before. You can see that what we deleted was actually 186,200. So now it's balanced. Then we'll now start with our recon proper. So this is my work area where I'll be doing all of my workings and all that. So that's my main cash book debit. So I like to give everything a color code so that I will know which is what when doing reconciliation. So I give them different colors when before doing my reconciliation proper. So this will help me to recognize which is which when I filter out my transaction, right? So give them different color. So this is just one way to do reconciliation. This is not the only way to do reconciliation. This is just one of the, let me just say, easiest way to do reconciliation. So I like to do the easiest way. I don't like to stress myself when I'm doing reconciliation because life is not hard. Let's make it easy. So I already brought in my bank my cash book debit into my work area, then my cash book debit and my bank credit. So cash book debit, when you get an inflow, you know how we pass the journal. When you get an inflow in your bank, you debit your bank and you credit the respective GL. If you get an inflow in your bank, you debit your bank, you credit the respective GL. So your bank debits, your bank credits against your GL debits, your bank credits against your cash book debits. So that's what the reconciliation will be about. Your cash book debit and your bank credit is what you will use to knock off each other. That's what you will use. You can see I'm knocking off transaction, the one that's align, the one that speaks the same thing, that's speaking the same value. That's what I will knock off from this transaction. I hope you are understanding what I'm saying. The one that aligns, right? So 27, 21, 18, 500, those ones have the same thing. I have it in my bank and I also have it in my cash book. So if I have it in my bank and I don't have it in my cash book, it's an error. If I have it in my cash book and I don't have it in my bank, it's an error. So whichever way, I must have it in my bank and have it in my cash book. That's when you know that, oh, it's okay. You are using those things to knock off each other, as I am doing in this video. Okay, so these ones are what I have in my bank and in my cash book. So the remaining is not in my one is in my bank and not in my cash book, two are in my cash book and not in my bank. So I take them back to where they belong and I deleted all the ones I've already knocked off. I delete them. Okay, so I'm having a gap of 23,200. That's an open item. Wow, how come it's in my cash book and it's not in my bank? Where did I get it from? So those are the questions you ask yourself. Okay, that means I didn't post correctly, or whoever posted did not post correctly. So I return this one back to where it belongs. That's the only open item and I delete the rest because the rest have been knocked off in the process of the recon. That's another open item in my bank credits. So we will now go and knock off my bank debit against my cash book credits. So you can see that my summary is saying the same thing. There's no any open item in that right hand side. It's still saying zero. So that's when you will know that you are on track. The moment that thing starts saying something else, you know that so you copy your bank credit against your cash book um, um your bank debit against your cash book credit. Yes, this is your bank debit against your cash book credit. Then you knock off. So I like to select from largest to smallest, so I will know what I have quickly and quickly um, knock off. You can also do from smallest to largest, whichever way you place it, so you can do it that way. So this is the way I like to do. I cut it off, take it to my recon. All these ones I'm putting in my recon, they are the transactions that are okay. They're in my bank and they're also in my cash book, so they don't have issue. Delete the space. So I have it in my bank and my cash book. I'm taking it to my recon. Yes. So these are my open items. You take them back home to their respective worksheets where they belong. They are open items which need to be reversed or posted. The ones that are not in bank and are in my cash book, they need to be reversed. You need to be taken out. That's what I meant. They are not in my bank, because it is bank I'm posting. They are not in my bank, but they are in my cash book. Where did they come from? From heaven? No. They need to be taken out. They need to be reversed. And the ones in my bank that I'm not seeing in my cash book, that means they've not been posted. I need to post them. So it's the color I'm using to identify which one belongs to which. So that's that. We are done with reconciliation. Then you now need to post. Before your reconciliation will be okay, you now need to post. So I'm about to post the transaction and reverse the one that are not meant to be in the cash book. So I'll be preparing the cash book again. I'll just have to copy the cash book into another worksheet and then take out some items, post some items. All these open items in cash book, I'll take them out. All the open items in bank, I'll post them. Once I post them, then my cash book balance and my bank balance will be saying the same thing. So watch this video to the end, like, subscribe and share. Do not forget to share. If you don't share, how will other people learn? How will your classmate learn? Share with your classmates, your colleague, your co-worker, your school, anybody at all that you think will need this video. Just share. If you are a mom looking at this video and you think your daughter will need it, share. This is just passing knowledge they will need in course of their career. No knowledge is a waste. A business owner, you are using it for your business, and you are using it alone. You don't want to tell that your friend that me, I know how to do my bank reconciliation now, at least so that I will know where my money are going. Please share with your friend. Don't be stingy. Share and like. If you don't like the video, YouTube will go and hide this video. It will not tell people to, it will not bring it out to people to learn more. It will not come up. You saw the video, that was how you were able to watch the video. If you don't see the video, you won't be able to watch it. So that is applicable to other people. If they don't see the video, there's no way they will watch it, and you will only support the video when you like, subscribe and share. So YouTube will know that okay, this is a good content, and they can also push it out to other people to learn from. Thank you. Watch to the end. Bye.